Maj Toure, welcome back. I Never Knew TV. Fire, what's going on?
What's up, bro? Appreciate it.
Chilling, man. We are
happy
here.
to be back.
Appreciate you being up here. You know, last time you was up here was a vibe, so we expect the same thing.
Absolutely.
We're gonna get right into it. The internet is ablaze with Diddy, with the Diddy Fed raid and the arrest, right? Numerous there are numerous aspects about this I want to talk about.
Yeah.
The first aspect I want to talk about is that there's been a lot of criticism. I know people just jump on the bandwagon because they're just regurgitating. They're not even analyzing anything for the views and stuff, right? But there's a key component I've been analyzing is that with all this talk about Diddy, right, and sexual abuse, is this going to lead people to oust the people in their homes who they know are sexually abusing people, the fathers, the brothers, the uncles, the aunts, the sisters, the mothers, because I don't see the point of all this outrage without it impacting action that's beneficial to the community collectively.
No, it's not. Now, I think there is some logic to this conversation around, I think the word pedophile is becoming like very, very mainstream. And that could be a great thing or a horrible thing, right? I think that it's now trickled down into our community, so people are like a little bit more open to go, nah, you was this. There's a label for it. So I think it'll help somewhat in that way. However,
come be a part of history and experience the sharing of wisdom from some of the most brilliant thought leaders in our community. Come see Muda Baruka, Styles P, Nori Muhammad, Lawrence Haja, Dr. Dorothy Holly, Dejaz Mach Kwasi, Deborah Hines, and midwife Asasia impart their wisdom at Groundings with My Brothers and Sisters, a holistic health conference. A plant-based breakfast and lunch are included. Looking forward to seeing you there.
The people aren't going into it with a solution-based mindset to say, what can we learn about this Diddy situation? To your point, how is that impacting in my everyday life? They're doing it, it's almost working against the community because it's going, the division is them girls knew what they was getting into or Diddy's absolutely a piece of trash. And that's where the conversation seems to be lying. I wasn't going to even do no content on it. I was like, this don't have nothing to do with the nuclear, like the Russian ammunition depot that 2 days ago, Ukraine dropped drones on. And there was damn near like a small nuclear armament that may have went off in that. That's not even having a discussion being had. We are still this close.
No, I wanted to interject real quick, right? Yeah. And the level of distraction that the media uses, Fire, because, and I hope I'm not insensitive when I say this, but this Diddy situation is not that important, Fire. No. This should be like a little strip on the side of the newspaper.
Footnotes.
Sidebars. And continue. This should not be the main story on every publication, Fire.
Yeah. That's how I knew it was cat. And I think that what happens is nobody, if I can make you be the most heinous thing, I can make you the villain. I can isolate you because nobody wants to stand next to the heinous being. Now, there's been rumors about Diddy for 30 years. Like a long time, you know what I'm saying? The question becomes, is this a sidebar if this is happening right after things like that? Ukraine blows up a Russian ammunition depot. The fact that we're this close to World War III, like Putin has literally said it in United Nations settings. I don't want to drop bombs on y'all, but I will. Like verbatim. And so, I mean, since the Cold War, like maybe even including the Cold War, I have never seen tensions this high as it relates to nuclear weaponry. Diddy, to your point, is the sidebar on that. And the only way that I would figure out a way to talk about it is if I could tie it back into, here's a solution. So the people that's just talking about it for the red pill people that's like, oh, them girls knew what they were getting into, or the absolute simps that's like, no, he took advantage of them. Whichever way you land, neither one of those ends of the spectrum have anything to do with a solution, even for your family. Right. If you're not going to go, hey, girls, we need to sit down and talk about this Diddy thing. I know that I might have listened to some of his music and X, Y, and Z, but entertainers are not leaders. We got a t-shirt that says that, right? And here's why it's important for you to cover your drinks. Girls, I would prefer that you don't go out and party, but if you do go out and have a good time, we're not trying to have you, be
wasted.
Right. And absolutely trashed and vulnerable. And we also not saying that you can't go out and have a good time. But here, girls, my babies, my wife, my cousins, my whatever, this teaches us this. If we're not having a conversation tied into the, at minimum, that, it's a waste of time. And I don't think most people are solutionaries. I think most people are reactionary.
Teaching strategy in regards to preventive actions. Also, too, I want to go back to the household. I would think with all this rambling going on, people would be encouraged to face the issues in their own household. Because you have people criticizing Diddy, but then they're ignoring what's going on in their house.
Yeah.
That's the part that's so frustrating to me, in the sense that it's like it's so hypocritical, because you have so much to say about what's going on outside of your house, and we're not dealing with what's going on inside of the house.
Because it's still a form of debauchery and entertainment. You're not making it practical to your life.
A person may work around someone for 10 to 15 years, right? Now, if you see something crazy one time, you're like, fire, this can't work.
Yeah.
If you see it again, either, you separate yourself from it, or you call the authorities, or you do what's needed.
Yeah.
You've been seeing certain behaviors for 10, 15 years, right? For whatever reason now, once you're not associated with this person, you're speaking out against these behaviors.
Yeah.
But what does that say about you as a human being for seeing this for 10, 15 years, and now you want to come online talking about all the things that you saw?
It makes you a coward, complicit, and a clout chaser. You the 3 C's. You the Carroll City cop. You 3. You a coward, you complicit, and you a clout chaser. I don't have any respect for any of them security guards, chefs. Like Wale was allegedly, he hung him off a balcony or something because he was doing a song with Cat. If you didn't come forward, and even if you were a victim, I don't have a certain level of room for people that create cover and concealment for monsters. And I know the argument could be, well, Maj is different. You in the gym, you work out, you got guns, you train, you know how to fight. Yeah, cool, I hear you. But I'm not giving room to people that are enablers of that. And I think these people show up because now it's like, if they can't get a bag off for suing them because they were actually helping him.
Facts.
So they can't get the bag.
For years.
So you can't get the bag that way. Now you're going to try to get the bag through appearances. I can't wait for some of these security guards that's like, yeah, I seen it, and he would do wild stuff. Watch. Mark my words. Watch they turn into, they're going to be doing appearances at events.
No, fight. They're going to get implicated. That's what's going to happen here, because I don't know, man. I just don't see how you can witness so much wrong.
Yeah.
Then come into public and speak about it. And you were there. You were present. You were right there, and you witnessed it.
And you did nothing to stop it.
You did nothing. Year after year, day after day.
Not, to your point, not just one time. Damn, did he chill? It can't just happen again, man. I'm going to have to take my walking papers. It wasn't that. It was, well, I'm getting paid, and they know what it is. They just like the federal government. Y'all are part of the same DNA as it relates to that. The cowardly, complicit, clout chasing DNA. It's the same thing the feds do. Every time there's a mass shooter, a lot of times.
They already know the background on him.
He was on our radar. That's the phrase. We had the FBI, he was on our radar. Oh, you was on your radar, but you ain't do nothing. Oh, but then you show up after the shooting, somebody stops him, and you show up, our agency, we stopped and we made sure that, no, you a coward too. You a coward too. There's a lot of people that's cowards, man. We got to start calling it out. If you are giving a platform to a coward, a rat, and like an unprincipled person, a Charleston White, a YSL Woody. If you're giving them platforms for the clout and the internet clicks, they are unprincipled men. Charleston White talked about people's dead children. Said he wanted to rape children, literally. Me paraphrasing. But yet, because he say some common sense shit here and there, we supposed to give him a platform. No, he's a clown. And if you keep participating with the clown, I gotta view you as the clown as well. That's not what happens on I Never Knew TV. I don't see clowns showing up to have discussions here. I see people having robust conversations about things that are gonna be impactful for the community, what our community needs. And it could be entertaining. Ain't nobody gonna act like Angela Stanton King ain't entertaining. It can be. Maj will say something, you'll be like, yo, that's wild you said that. Right? It'll be entertaining, but it'll also be informative. So all of these people that's putting them on platforms, tell me what you witnessed with Diddy. And to your point, you are implicating yourself. Just because the feds is charging him don't mean they ain't gonna rope you up in the situation.